Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing with you my top 10 estate sale finds and the stories behind them. Every one of these pieces are special to me for a different reason. And I'm starting with a piece that sparked my passion for estate sales in the first place. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you may remember this piece, my beloved gilded and marble entryway table. This table is not only special because of its beauty, but because it was one of our very first estate sale finds. And to top it off, we learned that it had been sourced directly from Paris from the previous owners. The time-worn marble top is perfect in every way, and the gilded table accented with rosettes and ribbons is a dream for any collector. We waited outside in the cold for about 2.5 hours for this sale, but every minute of the wait was worth it. And this table was one of the first items I spotted when walking through the door. As soon as I saw it, I immediately placed a sold tag on it, and I've never looked back. I'll treasure this table for years to come, and I'm so thankful to have it as part of my collection. Hanging directly above the table is another favorite estate sale item, this gorgeous mirror that perfectly complements the table. I searched for months to find the perfect pairing, and this one appeared in a beautiful sale in Preston Hollow. It really looks like a match made in heaven. Its rococo design and floral accents beautifully complement the table, and the floral details are just a dream. At the same beautiful sale in Preston Hollow, I found this gorgeous pair of candelabras that now sit in my dining room, flanking both sides of the windows and casting gorgeous, soft, warm light onto the dining table. These candelabras echo the detailing in the entryway and create a beautiful transition between the rooms. Their stately presence and timeless design remind me of something you'd find in a grand ballroom or an episode of Downton Abbey. The next piece that I will always treasure is this beautiful blush pink settee. This was also found at the same estate sale where we bought our marble entryway table. I absolutely love how delicate and romantic it feels. It didn't quite look this way when we first bought it. It was quite well loved with a few loose springs and in need of a little TLC. So we took it to an amazing upholsterer and had it repaired and recovered in this beautiful blush pink velvet fabric that I absolutely adore. Now it can live on for years to come in the condition it deserves. Just look at these urns. I can't even begin to tell you how much I adore them. They feel like something out of a European palace, elegant, commanding, and dripping with old world glamour. They're crafted from beautifully ribbed crystal, so they catch the light in the most enchanting way. But what really takes them over the top are the gilded details, those intricate touches that make them feel truly exquisite. It's that perfect marriage of transparency and opulence. I place them on either side of the fireplace to frame the space, but also to create a little story. There's something so enchanting about the symmetry. It instantly makes the room feel more romantic and refined. The next treasure that I want to share with you is this stunning pair of bronze fireplace chenets we purchased from an online estate sale. I love how they feel both playful and elegant, whimsical little figures frozen in time, yet perched on these rich architectural pedestals. It's that blend of romance and grandeur that makes my heart skip a beat. Whether placed by the fireplace or used as decorative accents, they have such a presence. Every time I style them, I feel like I'm bringing a little more beauty and history into my home. And honestly, that's why I collect. It's pieces like these that make it all so magical. This was our first experience buying anything from an online estate sale, and though I was nervous, I must say it couldn't have gone any better. The detail on these is absolutely breathtaking. Each chenet features a beautifully sculpted bronze figure. Just look at those little fingers reaching out. The flowing drapery, the gentle expressions. They're seated on these ornate gilded bases that have such a regal feel, like they were plucked straight out of a French chateau. The next pieces I want to share with you are these gorgeous French console tables that I sourced from a historic mansion in Haltom City, Texas. I not only adore these tables for their elegance, it's their story, rooted in Haltom City's heritage. The land where I found them once belonged to G.W. Haltom, a rancher and jeweler who founded Haltom City back in 1932. The Haltom family became part of Tarrant County's fabric, raising families, building businesses, and shaping the community. Every time I place a fresh bouquet or an antique candelabra on the top, I feel as though I'm honoring both worlds, the romance of French craftsmanship and the legacy of the Haltom's vision. That's why I love them, because they remind me that history lives in the objects that we choose, in the stories we tell, and in the care we give. These tables have found a new chapter, and in sharing them, I hope their legacy lives on. These antique French marble candelabras are more than just beautiful. They're a mystery, a memory, and a little bit of magic rolled all into one. While cleaning one of the candle holders, we found a small paper rolled up tight and tucked inside. At first, we thought it might be packing, but when we gently unrolled it, we realized it was something far more special. It was part of an old receipt, faded, fragile, and written in French script. At the bottom, an address of a little antique shop in Paris. Suddenly, these candelabras weren't just from France. They had actually lived there, sat on a mantel in a Paris apartment, perhaps flickering beside a mirror while someone poured champagne just a few decades or even a century ago. And now they live here. And every time I walk by them, I feel that connection. A thread from Paris to Texas, from one lifetime to another. I can't possibly talk about my favorite estate sale finds without mentioning my love for Limoges. This particular set has become one of my favorites, not just because of the delicate florals or the graceful gilded edges, but because every piece tells a story. These dishes were made in Limoges, France, a region celebrated for its porcelain artistry since the 18th century. But what makes Haviland so special is that it bridged two worlds, French craftsmanship and American elegance. Founded by David Haviland, an American who moved to France in the 1800s, the company transformed Limoges porcelain into a refined art form tailored for the grandest of American tables. Presidents dined on it, first ladies adored it, and now so do I. Every time I take out a set of my Limoges porcelain, whether it's a tea moment for one or a candlelit dinner with friends, I feel connected to a legacy of beauty and refinement that spans continents and centuries. The soft floral motifs, the whisper of gold around each rim, they're not just decoration. They're a celebration of the everyday, a quiet reminder that art isn't only for museums. It can live on in your table, in your hands, and in your memories. I didn't inherit these pieces. I searched for them, waited for them, cherished them when I found them, and now they're part of my own story, part of the joy I create and share with others. Because some heirlooms come to you through family, and others you choose and love into legacy. And last but certainly not least, I can't even begin to tell you how much joy this newest treasure brings me. A set of 7 Fostoria June pink goblets with 2 matching champagne glasses. They feel like they've danced through time to find their place here. Delicate, glowing, almost like rose petals catching the light. The June pattern with its graceful etched florals and elegant lines was introduced in the 1920s during America's Depression glass era. But there's nothing somber about it. These pieces were designed to uplift, to bring beauty to everyday life when the world felt uncertain. And they still do. Holding one of these goblets in your hand is like holding a little piece of history, a whisper from a dinner party nearly a century ago. The beauty of collecting vintage is that you're not just finding objects, you're rescuing joy, preserving elegance, and writing your own chapter in a story that began long ago. These Fostoria glasses may have once toasted to love, to spring, to dreams, and now they toast with me. As I look around at the treasures I've gathered, each with its own story, each one chosen with care, I'm reminded why I love antiques and estate sales so deeply. It's not just about decorating a home. It's about honoring craftsmanship, preserving history, and breathing new life into pieces that might have otherwise been forgotten. These objects have lived through eras, held memories, and now they're a part of mine. There's a quiet poetry in surrounding yourself with beauty that has endured. It teaches you to slow down, notice the details, and fall in love with the imperfect and the time-worn. So whether it's a delicate piece of Limoges porcelain, a pair of French candelabras with a secret tucked inside, or a pink goblet that once toasted to something beautiful, I hope this reminds you that home isn't just where you live. It's what you fill it with. And for me, it will always be filled with stories. If you love timeless treasures too, I'd love to have you along for the journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite find in the comments. I can't wait to hear your story. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.